They caught her, busted her red-handed. Ain't no way she can get around this. So she's been caught buying views to try to compete with Layla Ali. Think about that. That is terrible. After all this, she jealous of me. She trying to tie her name into mine so that she can be relevant. She's getting exposed now on the internet by the community. 100% proven fact, she's been buying views. She's been buying views.
Okay. That's Layla Ali channel. So Layla Ali watching Battle Truth break down Claressa Shields. So, shouts out to everybody too, man. So many people have been hitting me up, letting me know like they enjoy my content. They keep saying how I do a masterful job in breaking these things down and no one does it better than me, and how comical I am and just be having them laughing throughout their day and at work and things like that. So I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. And at the end of the day, that's what we here for. This is entertainment, but this is also battle truth, where we get down to the heart of the matter. We tell the truth. And even though we could talk about a lot of things that goes on in life and current events and major topics that's hitting the internet, we still can't forget about God. I'm going to always put him in there because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. And the Lord Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Don't let nobody deceive you and ever make you think differently in any type of way, because they don't love you like him. They don't have your best interest like him. And they wasn't willing to sacrifice what he sacrificed for you so that you could have the best of life and eternal life that only comes from him, okay? So don't let nobody ever trick y'all out of that, ever. And no matter what you're going through, there's always somebody who's going through it worse. And what you go through literally makes you stronger. Let patience have its perfect work, and you'll see the result of it. Always remember that. But shouts out to everybody, man, that's been showing me love and things like that. And yeah, Layla, you watching the right channel, and she put up some other content creators up there too. Shouts out to them too, who also doing their thing, man. Just try to stay faithful to journalism and how we do it, man, because we are talking about other people's lives. Though Claressa Shields was being exposed big in this thing, and even though she just made her major announcement that she just signed the $8 million deal for 2 fights, and we won't write for her, man. We ain't against our sister like that, and we know that we all have like problems and flaws and things like that we got to deal with. You know what I mean? Because all her falling short of the glory. We won't write for her though, but she be out of pocket a lot though. Sis was out of pocket, man. The way she came against Layla Ali, and even though she wanted that fight real big, Sis was out of pocket, man. She really, really, really was out of pocket. And she needs to just humbly bow out of this. Leave it alone. Stop trying to make it right when it was wrong. And we just saw a part of her that just actually showed her character and what's terrible. Like, you really bought over 1 million views. Over 1 million views. And you lied to your supporters and followers to make yourself seem big and relevant. When, sis, you don't even understand where you at. Again, you are relevant. You are big. And you could be even bigger if you carry yourself in the proper manner. We not against our sisters, man. And you have to understand where your true beauty lies. And it's not your outer appearance. Your true beauty lies within you. How you can actually love and care for someone else. How you can be nurturing towards someone else. How you can be inspiring to someone else. How you could take your past failures and flaws and actually produce longevity for others who suffer through those things. You can produce longevity in their lives by allowing them to see how you managed it in your life to actually produce success for you. A lot of people can tell your story. A lot of young girls can tell your story. Not having your mom and father mentally and physically in the right place to bring you up properly, being touched or molested coming up. Because that happened to a lot of young girls. They need to hear you. They need to be inspired by your story. But you also need to represent victory in it and not continue to allow it to affect you in your life. Because I see you do that a lot. You're still allowing your past to hurt you from where you at right now, even though at the same time it brought you out of it, but you're still stuck in it. You're not a victim anymore. And you need to get out of that mentality because you hold it a lot and you place blame where everyone else is at, except for yourself. You're not taking responsibility for what you've done. You're not taking responsibility for the things you put out there by which you get backlash. You were the female face of boxing, and you had the support of your brothers and sisters who wanted to see you do well, and we still do. We get you slipped up. We get it. It happens. But don't stay there, sis. And stop blaming people for what you did wrong. Stop doing that. That's not good to do at all. It's not. It's not good, sis. You better than that. You should be at least better than that. You was out of pocket. You was out of pocket. And I don't see how you didn't think this was gonna go noticed. That's what I'm saying. It's like I keep saying this. I don't know who your PR team is, but they should have told you, girl, you're not gonna get away with that. They're gonna discover that and find that out. You know, these bloggers, we always watching numbers. We always watching numbers. We watch the views, likes, and subscribers. You hear that all on people's channel. Man, hit the subscribe button, click the likes. They watch the numbers. Ain't nobody stupid. We know how what numbers average. When you just then went from 200,000 to almost 2 million off a blog that wasn't even impactful like that. Like, come on, something wrong with those numbers. People on the internet ain't that bored. No. Nah, sis, you just went beyond it to the point where you got caught and you got found out. Leave that lady alone, man. She exposed you bad, man. I'm just keeping it 100. She exposed you bad, man. Like you out of pocket for what you did to that woman. That woman literally embraced you, literally brought you under her wing. I'm just keeping it 100. You know that, like everybody else know that. That lady took you under her wings. She embraced you. She was branding for you at the same time teaching you how to brand. She actually used her name, her reputation to bring light to you. You used that for your advantage when you wanted it. You used to tell ladies and other people on platforms and podcasts how Laila Ali is your big sister, how Laila Ali taught you how to brand, how Laila Ali told you to keep good people around you who have your best interest. That's some of the most good advice a person can give you. To have good people around you who have your best interest. That's some wonderful advice because a lot of people don't have that in the industry and it hurt them a lot. That's what hurt Mike Tyson in his boxing career. How he fell off. Having all these yes men around him who don't have his best interest, just wanting whatever crumbs fall from the table. And for her to say that to you, knowing that that would be one of the things that lead to your downfall or hurt you in your career, that was some wonderful advice that she gave you. On top of telling you to respect and protect your brand. That matters a lot. And that's what you didn't do. You didn't respect or protect your brand when you decided to get involved with a married man who's known to the world as being married and madly in love with his wife, and you believe in your arrogance and narcissism that you could actually take him from his wife and make him love you more than his own wife, who he been with for 20 years. You really believe that in your mind. And you tried to trap this man by trying to sign over all your rights to him so that he can get you pregnant. Because you felt that's the least he can do to try to make him entitled to carry that out for you. Because you put him in a better position financially because he was hurting at the time he started messing around with you. Like, that's out of pocket, man. That's out of pocket. And then you're speaking against this woman who literally faithful in her marriage, respected amongst her children, and looked up to most women who actually support her. And she's your elder. And you trying to talk to her disrespectful like one of these young girls. No, girl, you hurting yourself. You playing games. These women gonna tell you to pieces. Because you're talking to a real woman. You ain't talking to no kid. You're talking to a real woman who's respected amongst women. And you giving the exact reason why we hurt as a people because of the lack of disrespect the youngsters have to the olders. That was terrible. That's why you're getting a lot of backlash. Ain't no young people on. Look at everybody who blogging on this. 9 out of 10 of them, they of age. They're in their mid-30s and 40s, 50s. Look at everybody who covering this. Pay attention to the women that's in the comments. 90% of them is up in age. That means they're on a level of maturity to actually know you're out of pocket. Why you think they tore Remy Ma to pieces like that? Why you think they tore her ass to ass like that? That was women doing that. It wasn't really men doing that. Women was doing that. Because when you're going to have these responsibilities, you better represent us right. You better represent us right. And when you committing adultery and when you doing those things, women don't like that because they wives too. They significant others too. And it's women like y'all who do that stuff that they don't like that stuff because they went through that at one time in their life and they going through it right now, some of them. And some of them don't want to go through that. So all three things look bad on y'all when y'all do those things. When y'all do those things. Women don't play that. Yeah, look, they will support you. They will be in your corner as a sister. That's who making everybody successful. If you don't have a woman, strong following fan base, you're not going to be successful. You're not going to be successful. You need that female fan base, I'm trying to tell you. And it's also the female fan base that draws guys. Guys are drawn to whatever events and things as a result of women. So when you was doing what you was doing, women don't like that, especially when they know you the one that was out of pocket. That lady ain't do that to you. And then she was even a woman of class. Man, she killed you with class. I'm talking about she killed you with straight up class. She didn't have to curse. She didn't have to get disrespectful. She didn't have to bring up what you're doing. She just killed you with the truth. She took your lies, put it up against the truth, and that's all that needed to be done. Because the majority of the people who watching this, we older, we mature, we peep the game. We could see what it landed to. We know who was at fault on this. And what's even more crazier, you did that to a woman who you already on record saying put you under her wing, showed you love, was in your corner because she saw your struggle. She looking at you, she seeing how you ain't properly taking care of yourself. She's sitting there looking at you. Your hair ain't done. Your clothes ain't up to par. Your self-esteem low. And she trying to encourage you, inspire you, keep your confidence. Because she saw good potential in you, knowing that if you just stick to it, and you had somebody in your corner who you look up to like you looked up to her, only to start getting jealous of her, and she can give you some inspiration and encouragement, that you would stay on the path. And you did. And you used that to your advantage. You did. And it helped you. You just don't want to get her credit for it. And then when you got in a place where you start feeling yourself so much, you felt that if you attack that woman, it'll draw more attention to you. Because who else could you attack that it's going to draw attention to? Nobody else really in female boxing got a following or known anybody care about. But Laila have a name. So if you say something about her, it's going to draw attention. And you did that. When I was supposed to be your big sister, that was terrible. That was terrible, sis. And it really showed you got to fix that about yourself. And why you calling everybody else haters, you only showing that you a hater. You need to fix that about yourself. You really do. That's not good. Congratulations on your new contract you got. But you can actually hurt yourself in that if you do not correct these things that's happening. That's why sometimes it's good, depending on what social media platform is covering situations like this, if you could accept constructive criticism that better you. I like the fact I'm covering y'all stories. I like the fact y'all watching and you listening, even if you don't take the advice. You hear it enough to be convicted in your spirit to know that what's being said is the truth. But if you really care about yourself like you say you do, you'll try to correct and fix the problem that's hurting you. And learn how to network with your sisters. You owe that woman an apology, a genuine and sincere apology, to show that you was wrong. And ain't nothing wrong with humbling yourself and admitting that. In fact, that makes you a real woman. That makes you a real woman when you're able to recognize that. You know your motives and intentions behind that. Do the right thing. Let that be an example of leadership. Since you want to be in a leadership role, since you want to be the face of that stuff, let that be that. But it is what it is, man. It's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Join me later on tonight. I'll be live somewhere around 8 or 9.